So we'll have a look at the teaching notes now. So the teaching notes for all the components of the Atlas Plus are quite similar. They've got the same structure and approach. So I'll go through in a bit more detail for the mapping skills, and then they're the same for the topic spreads. They don't just cover the knowledge elements of the curriculum, but also the relevant science and humanities skills are identified and addressed. So for example, if a topic's science-based, it'll incorporate inquiry skills like comparing observations and predictions. And a geography topic might also include the geography concepts and skills like interpreting and representing data in different ways. So it covers quite the broad spectrum of the curriculum. There's also a clear progression from activities that allow students to progress from exploring and learning and through to concepts that have higher order tasks that require application. And the pre and post activities are also identified to give you a quick snapshot of what the student needs are, and that will then help you choose the pathway for the activities that you'll need. And then the post activity will give you an idea of how successful the teaching was and what you might need to do more of. There are also technology related activities incorporated, and they include lessons that draw on students' skills, but then lessons that also specifically seek to develop them. Because again, we tend to assume that students have a lot of skills. I know we were just doing the ACER online writing for the first time this year, this month, and several of our students didn't know to press enter to get to a new paragraph. Those little things, they actually really need to be taught. So the first and foremost, they're atlases, the atlas spreads. The geography element is really front and centre. The mapping skill sections are one of the most loved sections of the print atlases. Kids need to know the mapping conventions, but it goes beyond that and just geographical skills and concepts, because kids are also developing spatial reasoning and higher order thinking. They're learning visual and mathematical literacy. They're reading images, interpreting and evaluating using technology and other tools to help them access the knowledge and apply the skills. So the mapping skills section progressed from foundational prep to grade 6. Some of the same topics are covered from one level to the other, but you'll see there's an increase in conceptual sophistication and text literacy between the levels. So there might be scale at year 3 and 4 and at year 5 and 6, but it's at a much higher level at 5 and 6. And you can see from a really quick glance between the prep to 2 and the 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, you can see the text complexity increases quite a lot. People also use those during literacy sessions, which again is some of that knocking off two things at once. I've always found those sorts of things really useful. When I had a class, I used to tell the kids there is nothing on that page by accident, because I know you would ask a comprehension question that perhaps related to the caption on the top of a picture, and the kids haven't read it because you don't need to read that. You just read the main bit there. So these give a really good opportunity to teach kids that when you're reading something, you really need to take in all the information on the page and not just the main bits. They also can be used in maths, because a lot of the topics do link to maths in terms of mapping, graphing, those sorts of things.